Hello lovely viewers, again this is Nino and today I will be cooking Georgian maize porridge, the same polenta. Now what is so special about Georgian polenta? That it is made out of whole grain maize. You see this? We call this gergili. If you are a foreigner in Georgia, you can ask it in any market. This is maize. Corn, actually, whole grain corn, and it is not even turned into flour, it's chopped. You see, it's chopped, and that's why it's so delicious. We will be using ½ kilo of Georgian gergili. Now we will be using also the whole grain maize flour. You see, it's flour, so it is 100 grams. Now these two things together with water, if you boil them, this already creates a dish which is called maize porridge, and we eat it with different salsas. But today we will go further and we will be creating another dish out of this maize porridge, which is going to be called Elarji. So this dish is the maize porridge incorporated with the cheese inside. Now this cheese is the king of all Georgian cheeses. It is called sulguni. Sulguni is, imagine a solid mozzarella, very, very solid mozzarella, but also salty. It is very, very tasty and it is very gooey, you know, it stretches very much and very easily. This is 1 kilo of sulguni and I will be using only 750 grams of it. So I will cut 1/3 of it and use only 750 grams of it. I will be also needing the equipment to chop my cheese, sulguni, and I will be needing a special casserole which is made out of a cast iron. So this cast iron, there is something very special about it, that it keeps the warmth, it makes the warmth 2 times stronger, let's say. Now, if you have a pressure cooker, go ahead and use it. But this is a traditional method and this is the way I wanted to demonstrate it to you. We'll be also needing a wooden spoon to mix our maize porridge inside, and let's go.
I start by washing my gergili. It is necessary because gergili has a lot of dark spots in it. It's very natural, nothing wrong with it. It's coming with the maize, but still it will be good to remove with the water. You will now see how the dark spots are coming out. I wash my gergili from 5 to 10 times on average. It also depends on the quality of gergili. You will never be able to remove these dark spots completely, but still it would be good to try your best. After gergili is washed, I put it into the casserole and I add 3 times more water than was gergili. So if I had ½ kilo of gergili, I should add 1.5 liters of water.
The fire is on medium-low now, and I wait until it gets boiled. And it has to boil for around 1.5 hours. And believe me, it's really worth it. From time to time, we will be mixing it.
Meantime, I can prepare my 750 grams of sulguni. The perfect substitute of sulguni abroad is 1/3 of feta and 2/3 of mozzarella. After chopping the cheese, don't forget to taste it on salt. It should be a little on the salty side. After gergili comes to the boil, I put the fire to the lowest possible and let it simmer for 1.5 hours. I will be coming back every half an hour to have an eye on it and mix it. After approximately 1.5 hours, you get this kind of substance. Gergili is prepared, it's almost done, you can even taste it. And it's time to add our maize flour. This is the whole grain maize flour, very finely chopped. After adding this flour, you have to mix it all the time, non-stop. Mixing it is quite some job to do, and we use all the possible movements to accomplish the task. You have to mix it for around 15 minutes and your Ghomi, the maize porridge, will be ready. This is the consistency you should be looking for. If you are using different casserole, you might need more cooking time or adding a little bit more water. But as long as you add water during the process of cooking and boiling and mix it very well, it is still okay. Our maize porridge, which we call Ghomi, is ready. Note that it has no salt, and all the saltiness is coming from Georgian cheese, which you put inside and cover it very well, and the cheese melts from the heat and becomes very stretchy and very delicious. We eat Ghomi with a lot of Georgian dishes. Actually, with all Georgian dishes you can taste Ghomi very successfully. But believe it or not, it is also good on its own too, with simple Georgian cheese. It's time to create another dish out of our maize porridge, which is called Elarji. For this, you simply have to add all the cheese inside the maize porridge. And from this point on, you have to mix it all the time, non-stop, for several minutes until all the cheese is melted. So be patient mixing it. And you have to arrive to something like this. When the cheese starts to stretch this way, this means that the maize porridge is ready. It is extremely delicious and works with all Georgian dishes, but you can also eat on its own. But don't forget to eat it always hot. You can microwave it or you can warm it by mixing it all the time. Guys, I was very happy to cook for you today, and we will see each other next week. Thanks for watching and goodbye.